Hey, what's going on? You probably noticed I'm wearing the same shirt for 3 days in a row, and you'll be correct. I'm trying to save money, and yeah. But anyway, today is the Weight Loss Wednesday episode. What is it, 7? So we're into the 7th episode. Short TLDR. My current weight is still hovering around 142 kilograms, and nothing drastic has really changed other than my choices in food and mindset. We're approaching weight loss, or just, it's not really, weight loss is a side effect or the symptom of having a healthier diet, choosing better foods, choosing better drinks, just everything you put into your body, because as they say, oh, you are what you eat. And and it is true. If you eat shit, you become shit. We all know that's the truth, but because we succumb to our emotions and shit most of the time, we tend to turn a blind eye. We're like, oh, yeah, nah, I should be alright. And I'm guilty of it too, man. And you'll see in today's episode what we slipped up on, and hopefully we can move forward. And there was a comment there that really struck me a bit hard. And I want to talk about it later on. But let's get stuck into it. So the introduction, really, I want to show that making better small choices over a long time period can reduce chronic illness, metabolic disease, which will lead to a better overall healthy lifestyle, and to make us feel human again, because there's so much devilish shit in the world, like temptations, and and most of those temptations prey on our human emotion. Like we're naturally quite lazy because we're trying to be efficient. Back in the like 10,000 years ago, like food wasn't as abundant as it is now, or calories wasn't as abundant. There wasn't a bloody fast food joint every 300 meters. So inherently, like, humans are quite lazy in nature, because like if you're expending too much energy in the wilderness and you're not killing enough food, or you're gonna die because you're just going too hardcore. But like when it's turned, and like the devil's in the court and he's preying on everyone to be sick and unhealthy, which is what's happening in the world. Like if I take a step back and have a look at my worldview, and just have a look at what's happening to people, like people are getting fat, sick, and unhealthy, and like we all know the root cause, and it's food, man. Like they say, oh, being inactive, is the biggest part of it. I say, oh, I doubt that. You can be active and eat shit and be unhealthy, but just look at someone who's disabled, like who's sitting in a wheelchair. Like especially the athletes. Like when you watch the Paralympics, there's people there that are in wheelchairs, no legs and shit, and they're Look at them. They're fucking built. Cause, you can either do that with your body, or you can just sit there and be like, oh, like I'm in a wheelchair. I can't do anything. Can't do this. Can't do that. Like, of course you're gonna go that way. And especially if you're eating shit, it's the same. Like it's 80% food, man. Like I swear to God, 80 to 85%. It's all about food and drink, or basically anything you put into your mouth. But let's have a look at the goal review, because I tried to eliminate carbs and completely, and I sort of left this one last because I gave up sugar, and then I give up the seed oils predominantly throughout the weekly diet, and then this week or last week just gone, I said I'll give up the bread, rice, and pasta and shit like that. And man, that is fucking harder than you'd think. And carbs is a complex form of sugar. So carbs is sugar really, but it's just a complex form of it. So like when you eat carbs, your body transforms it into glucose, and then it goes into your bloodstream. But the same when you eat carbs and sugar, your body produces insulin to go, hey, fuck man, we need to attack this shit, right? So the insulin gets released into the bloodstream to attack the sugars, or you could say process the sugars. But anyway, carbs is no good, man. Like in my ideal lifestyle, I don't want anything to do with carbs. Like I got this thing in my mind. I'm like 85% healthy and 15% bad, or like naughty. So which means 6 days of the week I eat like carnivore, carnivore. No processed foods, and then on one day do like, have a little bit of a binge, I guess. But, don't go crazy and shit. But like, I think you can go crazy. Like, I'm kind of going to test it, because let's be honest, we all love carbs. Who am I kidding, man? Like, you get like a nice pasta with meat and like, or spaghetti. And you're like, oh yeah, I fucking love that shit. Or you get nice like rice meal with some like fried, whatever, anything that's good. And you have like a burger or sandwich or something, or toast. You fucking love it, man. I can't deny that we all attune to like eating carbs. We're like, it's a trickery of the brain. But let's look at the weekly step history. So you can see here, I talked about it. First one was to get rid of fast food takeaways, eliminating caffeine. So really, I kind of switched from coffee to like black tea and herbal teas. The fast food takeaways, I've stopped doing it, like going to the Maccas and Hungry Jacks and all that shit. Fuck that. It's too expensive, man. And like, I just see more and more places are just like getting closed down, and then fast food joints are getting put in its place. Even the food courts, man, like most of the food courts are all like fast food, where before they used to be like, like normal, like mum and pup fucking food vendors, and now they're just all like Subway, Chicken Treat, Red Rooster, Macca's, all this, and like all this fucking fast food shit. It's just being replaced, like, and we're well past the stage of it being fucking normalized, Jesus Christ. It's fucking normalised so bad. Anyway, a bit of a tangent, but processed sugar. So we're talking like, we're not doing ice creams. We're not doing like chocolate bar lollies. Anything processed sugar, really. Like tomato sauce, that's a big one, man. And people say, don't fucking take my tomato sauce and my chicken nuggets, man, and my chips. I get it, man. I lived on that shit for years, man, And I still don't mind having the odd binge on it. But like giving up these seed oils is like, you're like fried chips, chips, potato chips, anything with seed oil. Seed oil is no good, man. You want to, if anything, you want to have like butter, olive oil, avocado oil, something like that. But I think butter is probably the best one. Like if you're just going to have any cooking oil, like have butter and just the fat from like meat and shit, like that combination's pretty fucking dope, not gonna lie. But you can see here, like, you'll see it as we go into what I ate, and you can see I didn't really complete my goal of eliminating carbs completely for at least, 6 healthy days of the week. You can see here, I want to get into an 8-hour eating window. I want to get into ketovore, which is pure, like, whole foods, really, like, but no bread or no ketovore is no carbs at all, 0. Sleep cycle, the sleep cycle's going really good. Going to bed at like 8-9 o'clock every night, waking up 4 to 5 every morning. It's been pretty good. Like I kind of like, you get more out of the day. Like right now it's like 10 past 11 in the hour. I haven't had any breakfast yet. So that 8-hour eating window could start like at 12 and then finish. Like I'm in the eating window now. So after this, I'm going to go cook up a steak and I'm just going to have a steak and eggs anyway. I ultimately want to get to carnivore. If I can eat carnivore 6 days of the week and then one day, have something naughty, then I'm quite happy with doing that. I kind of want to get to that stage and then do it for like a while and just show it to you every week that like just reversing the tables over time is just going to slowly increase your longevity and your health and decrease your weight. And I'm a firm believer of that being the case. And I'm doing it without no exercise. I'm sitting there playing my game all fucking day, every day. And then when I'm not doing that, I'm driving Uber, so I'm sitting down again. So I'm like relatively inactive. But it's a proof to like say like if you just change your food first, like change the food first, then do the fucking exercises, then do the weightlifting, do all that shit after. Like I'm all for that, but you need to fix the food first, in my opinion. All right, let's get into what I ate. Now, this started on Wednesday. So we record Wednesday to Wednesday, or Wednesday to Tuesday. And you can see here, I take pictures of what I got to eat, and I sort of put like a green tick or a red cross next to it, see if I think it's good or not. So I got some cashews here. I got some cheese. I'll give them, excuse me. I put big ticks. And then I got some avocado here. Avocado is really good for you. You can have as much avocado as you like, mate. Don't listen to them boomers with the avocado on toast. Have the avocado, but maybe not the toast, but you know what I'm saying. Got scrambled eggs here. We've got onion, tomatoes, eggs, butter, I've got ribeye steak here with salt. Man, that's this here is the perfect food right here. If you can eat this every day, like if I can eat that 6 days a week and then have a little binge on the one day, whether it be on the Saturday or Sunday. And I'm not talking about like a crazy binge, man. I'm talking just like, go out, have like something. I guess we'll figure it out this week when we go. I want to go to somewhere this week, go on a little adventure. So Thursday I had black tea, I had some more cashews and cheese. This one's quite an easy start to the day, just something to mung on. Cheese is pretty good. This cheese from Norway, mate. Solheim, if you're watching, this comes from your area, mate. All the way imported by Costco down to Perth. I got more steak here, and this one's got just eggs and onion, I guess. No tomato. But look how nutritional this looks, man. Like, just looking at that steak now. And then adding this, because this one's got no salt on it yet, but I put in the salt. I'll show you. Like I got this, bit hard to see, but that's finishing salt there, and it's like it's so good. You can just put like a little bit on your tongue. Just put the salt in your mouth, and you watch your mouth absorb all the minerals and the salt out of it. Don't even have to swallow it. Just put the salt in your mouth, and then watch your saliva just absorb all the minerals. Salt's really, really fucking good for you. You can't overdose on salt, mate. I'm telling you right now. But you hear people like, oh, fucking, yeah, no, salt's no good for your heart. I'm like, fuck off, idiot. You don't know what you're talking about, mate. All right, so Friday was the day that we flipped. So in the morning here, doing good. I had cashews, cheese, black tea, and then I picked up the missus from work and we went to Costco, and then while we were there, we bought we bought all good shit, from the shops. But then we went to the food court and missus like, oh, she's like looking at it. She's looking at the food court and then she's looking back at me and I'm like, oh, you can get something, it's all right. And then she's like, okay, you sure? I said, yeah, go get some. And then when we walked over to they got like an electronic like monitor where you can, like a touch screen, and you can just order all your shit. She's like, oh, I want a hot dog. Oh, I want chips. And then she's like, yeah, that's it. And I'm like, oh, I guess I'll have a hot dog as well. It can't hurt, So I was like, because we have little Costco dates, and we sat down there and had a little feed. Well, actually, we didn't actually sit down in there because it was fully packed, man. We had to go walk out to the car and sit in the car. And we were watching YouTube videos on the screen because I got a Tesla Model 3. And we're sitting in there with the aircon going. We had like a little dinner date in the car park at fucking Costco. It was fucking beautiful. We got Pepsi Max here, not so good. We got a hot dog. We got relish, mustard, tomato in there. The hot dog in the drink, it's like $2 Australian. Like it's fucking, they make no money on it. This chips here was like $4 or $3, $2.99 or whatever, and ate that, and then I thought about it, I was like, oh shit, I shouldn't have done that. But then I thought like, oh, if I eat good for the rest of the week, then this day could be considered my naughty day. And I was like, oh well, fuck it, all right then. And then as we were driving home, we were talking about it, and she's like, well, if that's the case, then if this is our naughty day, I want pizza for dinner. I'm like, yeah, all right. That sounds all right. We'll have pizza. So we ordered pizza from Domino's, and we got the same. We got the anchovies and Hawaiian, which I kind of like, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie. And got some pizza bread, garlic bread, which is fucking awesome, man. Like it's full. Like look at it. It's full carb, seed oils, sugar on the pizza. Like it's all the bad shit, and like in the drink. Even though it's Pepsi Max, it doesn't have sugar in it, but it's got similar chemicals that spike insulin. So, like, I was pinging all afternoon after that. I was fucking pinging. And then I also had some more cheese and cashews with fucking carbonated water. And then for dessert, I had the mangoes. Mangoes are really good. We actually bought a whole tray for like $25 at Costco, like a full tray. I can't remember exactly how many was in there, like 12 big mangoes. And normally in the shops here, like one mango is like $3. So I was like, fuck, that's not bad. So I reckon we got a good price. But we live in Western Australia. So if you're in Queensland, mate, that tray would be worth like $3 because they're so abundant. Supply and demand, remember that shit. All right, so, and then we got Saturday. Well, you can see here I got nuts and cheese, and the cheese is good. But I put an X on the nuts because I bought a packet of mixed nuts. So it was cashews and almonds, but it was mixed with like salt and spice, like a spicy salt mix, and it's got sugar in it. And I was like, oh, it can't be that bad. I'll give it a try. And I bought the bags. They're nice, but yeah, I could definitely taste the salt. It's like a different kind of salt, and it can taste a bit of sugar in there. Whatever they mix it with, you might be able to see it, but you can see here we had for breakfast. I had corned beef and onion. So I like corned beef and onion. Put an X on this. This is Spam, and this Spam was like in a red tin. So normally it's blue, but this Spam was like red, and it had like written on it, which is a Filipino style, and it's basically sweet. So it's like a sweet meat, and I was like, Mrs. is like, oh, I want to try this. I'm like, yeah, all right, we'll get it. And then I had it, as I ate it, it tastes like sugar meat. So that's not a good one for you. I had brown rice. That's carbs. So that's not really good. It'd be alright if I just had the scrambled eggs and the corned beef and onion. I do like corned beef. This one's the corned beef from the can. But if you want the real corned beef, you gotta like cook it yourself, which is probably way cheaper. But we don't have this much often. I prefer steak and eggs, bacon, butter. You know what I'm saying? Avocado now and then. Yeah, more nuts. So same again, no good. And I had the mangoes for dessert, and I fucking love mangoes, man. Like if anything, if you're still on sugar now and you're trying to get off it, just switch to fruit. Go have banana. Don't go like the fiber route, like apples and fucking pears and shit. Go like the soft sweet stuff like bananas and fucking mangoes, kiwi fruit, stuff like that. Mangoes are really good, man. All right, so Sunday came around. We had I had some of that leftover garlic bread. It was my missus, and she didn't eat it all, and it's been in the fridge, and I was fucking poking her. I was like, oh, you're going to eat that thing? Like, I shouldn't have done it, but she's like, oh, yeah, if you want it, you have it. I'm like, yeah, all right. So I had that because it was so delicious, and it was like tempting me in the fridge, and I'm like, fuck, I'm trying not to fucking do that again. Like, if I'm going to have a cheat day, I'm going to eat all the food in that one day, not save it for the next day. And I'll tell my missus that too, because fuck. Because yeah, she's not a big Sheila, but she can eat. And if I tell her this is the day that we're having a binge, that's the day you're gonna eat everything. Don't leave any leftovers in the fucking fridge. All right. So I had avocado, good. Scrambled eggs, good. Same again. Corned beef. This time I had bacon. Bacon's really good. And I put an X on that Spam with the sugar in it. My missus cooked up chicken bake, which is chicken, broccoli, cheese, cream. Like, this is like, you can have this. This is really good for you. Like, it's high in fat. It's got broccoli in it. It's got fucking like it's keto, and it's really good. It's really high in fat, especially with the cheese and the cream and that. And it's got curry powder in it too, so it's got like a bit of a curry powder chicken broccoli bake, I guess. Really good. And we got that chicken from Costco, $6.99. Fucking cheap as chips, mate. Tell you what. And we had some more mango for dessert. All right, so then Monday came around, and I had pretty much eaten the same shit. I had the nuts and the cheese. The nuts no good, but I'm going to finish them off. I'm not going to throw them. I just won't buy them again, I don't think. We bought some hot dogs from Costco, like locally made, I guess. Or they're locally made in Queensland. My missus cooked them up because she likes hot dogs too, like more than me. And she just cut them up and then just put melted cheese on it, and I just ate it like that. And then I got more hungry, and I was like, man, I want shit from like the other day, like this kind of setup with I was kind of craving the sugar from this sugar meat, and I was telling her, oh, can you make us a feed from like the other day? She's like, yeah, but we got no fucking rice. I'm like, oh, that's all right. I'll just have it without rice. That could be good. She's like, yeah. But then I had the what do you call it? The spam, the sugar spam. So not a good thing. But let's move on. Tuesday, which was yesterday, 5th of November. Remember. Important historical day for humanity, I would say. Depending on your worldview, you might not see it that way, but let's hope. We're still waiting on the outcome of the election, American election. Even though I live in Australia, and people say, "Why do you care about the American election?" I was like, "Well, it affects all Western countries, and the United States lead by example, and whatever happens there pretty much trickles down for the rest of the world, man. That's for sure. You can see it in business too." It all trickles down to the rest of the world. So I had black tea. I had some more hot dogs, some scrambled eggs there, just onion, egg, sausage. Relatively inexpensive. Like if you are struggling financially. Like you can eat a bit healthier by getting rid of all the sugar and the carbs and seed oils and just eating like hot dogs and eggs and, your bacon. You don't have, if you, you can eat carnivore relatively cheap. True. I had carbonated water, which is good. Again, the cashew nuts, almond, they're good. Cheese is all right. This one here, this picture here, I want you to have a look at the screen and just fucking have a good look at what's on this plate here. And we've got avocado, good. Bacon, good. You got egg. I've got onion and tomato. You could say it's not good, but it's still better than processed food because onion, tomato, scrambled eggs, and then you got ribeye steak here with spices and salt. Oh man, like if I can eat that 6 days a week just with a black tea and that's it, I'm going to be losing so much fucking weight. It's going to be unbelievable. And I kind of want to get there because right now my weight's I've got a few weeks or 7 weeks of data, right? And then now as I transition towards ketovore, carnivore, less carbohydrates, like you'll see like the graph go down just naturally to the point where we can get down. We'll go through the graph in a sec, but we'll have a look at the weekly weigh-in. So this is a video of me weighing myself. Now I got today I got 142 kilo flat. You would already know this from the title or the thumbnail, I guess. But we're at 142 kilos. So we started at 143, something like that. Let's look at the long-term goals real quick. I want to lose 50 kilos over 24 months. If I can achieve 50 kilos over 2 years, my life is going to improve 10x, man. For sure. I know. The only thing holding me back is my mindset and my weight. Like, I'm quite capable of earning shitloads of money in my trade, but I'm just not doing it because to be honest, I'm stuck playing games and I'm trying to fight my way out of playing games all the time. And I don't dislike games. Like, I just like how addicted and carried away I can get. And I know if I lose weight, I can pass a physical exam and then I can go back working in my old job, which pays really good. And I'm really good at my old job. And I'm a boilermaker by trade, if you don't know, fabricator. And I specialise in mining equipment, fixed plant and mobile in the Western Australia, the Pilbara region. There's mines all over Western Australia, but I am a fly in, fly out fixed plant maintainer, and that pays a shitload of money. And I want to do a combination of fly in, fly out and content creation and traveling abroad eventually, and vlogging about it. And that's my goal, man, really. But like at the same time, I want to increase my metabolic health, build core strength, increase muscles, increase testosterone, and get better sleep. Like right now I'm getting better sleep, but I want ultimate sleep schedule, And to having all this is going to allow me to, I'm going to feel young again, If I lose 50 kilos from now and I'm like 90 kilos, my confidence level is going to go through the roof, And I'm going to go. I want to go to the gym. I want to get healthy. I want to tick all these boxes, and then at the same time travel abroad with my partner and vlog it, and then talk about, and then we go on holiday. Just vlog our holidays, man. Like why not? Why not? All right. So the progression. So you can see here, the red line is the projected weight over 2 years to get to my goal. And that's on average, we're going to lose half a kilo a week. So right now, the blue line, we're going up, down, up, down, up, down, but the trajectory is the black line. So our current trajectory is we're going to lose weight. Thing is, we need to increase that trajectory. So like we ideally, we want to get to lose 50 kilos before 2 years. That would be ideal. But if it takes 2 years to lose 50 kilos and then my life changes, this is still early, like my mindset still hasn't fully changed yet. But hopefully over time and making videos every week is going to change that and hopefully inspire other people to do something similar. And really, you don't have to do crazy shit. All you have to do is make better small choices. That's it. That's all you got to do to start anyway. Then work out, do all the rest of the shit that come later. New goals. So I had a commenter on my channel say, man, because I said, I'm struggling with carbs a bit this week. And he said, man, you just got to increase your fat. If you increase the fat, you're not going to crave carbs. And I remembered, I'm like, that's right. Yeah. if you eat fat, like you become more satiated. Your body, when you eat fat, your body goes, yeah, you've got enough fat. You're not hungry anymore. It turns off the hungry receptors in your brain. But if you eat carbs and sugar, like everyone knows, you're hungry 2 or 3 hours later. You're like, oh man, I'm fucking starving. But that's because your insulin goes up, and then you have a crash, and you feel tired and sleepy. Like every time you take a drug, you have a high and then you have a low. And like everyone knows, to get back on that high, you got to eat something again. So people were like constantly eating all fucking day, like chips and snacks and that. And so the whole day they're just riding on a fucking high of food emotion, man. But if you eat fat, like protein fats, like the energy release is a lot shorter, and like in your satiety, you're not going to be hungry. So you're going to eat less as well. So it's a win-win, man. Like, but there's a stigma about, or dogma about, eating fat's no good. You got to go low fat. You got to get low fat, reduced fat products. Like, you're full of shit. You've been lied to your whole fucking life. And I'm not joking, man. We've all been lied to. Fat is the super fuel for humans. No shit. Animal fat. We thrive on animal fat. I swear, if you watch any of those carnivore channels on YouTube where they started off like me and then they just went full-blown carnivore, and you look at them now, man, like they're fucking ripped. Like you go to the fucking African savannah, you see the bloody lions, they're fucking jacked, and they only eat meat. It's just the humans. Our brains are more efficient running on ketones than sugar. Anyway, so in conclusion, I hope this week's episode of the Weekly Weigh-In, or Weight Loss Wednesdays, I don't know what I'm calling it, but it's a weekly video series on my weight loss journey. And at the same time, it's quite important because a lot of people don't, or a lot of YouTubers don't really talk about their own struggles in life and that. And I don't know why. Like, are they embarrassed to tell the world about their problems? Like why everyone just wants to Instagram, social life. Everyone wants to say, oh, look how well they're doing. Oh, they're doing really good. But really, if you see the other side of them, the true side of most people on the internet, they're probably not happy. They're probably struggling, but they don't want to portray themselves as weak or anything like that. But me, I'll openly admit it, man. I'm a fucking weak man. Like, I don't feel strong at all. But I want to get there, and I know I can get there through persistence, I want to better myself. I don't want to, I don't want to end up like my father, really, to be honest. I really don't. Like, I love you, Dad, but I don't want to be like you when I'm your age, And it's been a struggle my whole life, man, really. Like, I haven't really had anyone to turn to, like, or teach me, coach me. I never really had a mentor, I've just had to... I've effectively been raised by the internet, and I have to figure shit out myself, which is kind of good in a way because it's taught me how to learn from myself and like try and self-discipline myself. Like, I'm still not there yet. Like, and I'm like 36. I should have, like, if I ever have kids, man, like I'm going to teach them discipline at a young age. At a young age, I'm going to teach them discipline. So by the time they're 18, they're just roaring to go, mate. They're out the gate running, man. I feel like when I was 18, I was still in a rut, and I kind of still am a bit, to be honest. So like, I don't feel like I've had a big jump start in my life, and that all comes down, what comes out the stalk comes out the branches, and it's true, man. But I'm trying to break that cycle, and like right now with like the way that the world is with finances and that, it's getting harder and harder to fucking make money, have a family, buy a house, it's just so much demoralization happening in the world today. Like, a lot of people are just giving up, man. And like, I don't blame them. Like, the world is pretty shit. It's fucked up, And hopefully with the election tonight, whatever, whenever we get the results, hopefully Trump has won a landslide victory, and hopefully all the changes that in his, the people that are going to make changes for the better of humanity, in my honest opinion. Like, I know we need to fix the money, fix the world, and they're definitely going to try and implement Bitcoin as the world's reserve asset, which, they're going away from the US dollar and we're moving towards Bitcoin as a world asset. And just that, if you're not too sure about Bitcoin, but essentially it is an accelerant to a better future where your purchasing power is saved. And people will be able to afford everything. People will be able to have families, like back in the 90s, in the 80s, and the good old days, man. But now, with the amount of inflation and corruption happening in the world, and the enslavement of humanity is happening right now. Like, if you don't, there's two types of people in Australia right now, and that's landlords and fucking rent slaves. And most of us are rent slaves, and there's no possible way for us to claw our way out of that shit, man. But I can sit there and rant all day about it, but got more pressing issues. I got to go back to my World of Warcraft game and try and get towards 100 million gold. I don't think I can establish myself as a content creator until I reach 100 million gold in my gold making community. I guess a part of that. But anyway, I'll chat to you later. Take it easy, boys.